To my 5 loyal fans, I want to lie to you and say that I'm testing a new segment, but I'm probably gonna drop it. But anyway, once in a while, I do this thing where I deep dive into my streaming platform and see if I can find a new artist that I like. So I found an artist called Vuyina. She's been on for a while. This is not her first body of work, but it's her latest. So I just figured, why not listen and maybe I'd find something like what I found with Titosi. And yeah, getting into it, it's a 3-track EP. She calls it The Break Between. It's her featuring, kind of who's this guy? Rick Tyler. Rick Tyler. So I thought it was her and Rick Tyler throughout, but it's not. It's just the first track, and I'm kind of glad it wasn't, because getting into the first track called Leaving You, I got Aaliyah featuring Timbaland vibes. If you yeah, you're an avid fan of the two, you know the track that I'm talking about. I can't remember the name. This is impromptu. And yeah, although when you listen to a project like this, you want R&B all the way, Rick Tyler's verse was not the worst, because he was rapping and Vuyina was singing throughout. So yeah, her vocal range is amazing, and I believe she's going to be a big deal one day. Next track goes 360, like she goes full R&B, like inspiration straight out of Uzongthole Mlanjeni, like the Amafikizolo track. I kind of got what Ibanoi vibes from this track, and yeah, it's a song about a promise to never embarrass someone who loves you. So yeah, and the last track on this thing is called ATFS. It's an acronym and it's acoustic. It's a guitar throughout, has a decent flow, and in case you're wondering ATFS what it means, I'm gonna put it there because I don't want to be vulgar today. But yeah, it's a better track in a way. She's heartbroken because, I mean, you're trying to give your all to someone and then you find out that they're the complete opposite. Yeah, she's lashing out, but I wouldn't say it's okay. It's better, but it's not subtle. Does that make any sense? But it's not. Yeah, I'm talking about you. You know who you are, but it's more generalized in a way towards people who have had their hearts broken before. They can like relate, or like, oh yeah, I actually went through this, and it doesn't feel like it's directed at anyone. So if you have time on your hands, it's probably like what, under 15 minutes. It's a 9-minute EP, so go check it out, Vuyina, and I'm pretty sure her previous EPs are also fire. Under the radar, out. Wait, another under the radar thing. I listened to this artist called Tierra with an EP called R&B. We're not gonna need a mic for this one, I hope. So yeah, another 3-track EP. Straight into it. First track called Heaven. It's kind of dark, but it's thoughtful. So it takes you back to emo rap and all those, I don't know, depressing artists that always talk about, hey, someone broke my heart, hey, I want to kill myself, hey, and all those things. And I'm not taking these things lightly because they're really important, but when you get into the music industry, it's like everyone is just now talking about that, and it's like, what makes you stand out? Why should I take my time to listen to you? Why should I take money and buy your craft? Like, what different product are you ordering? Not ordering, but offering. And yeah, the constant beat, it wants to build up, but it never gets there from this track. And I got 070 Shake vibes from this specific track. The next track is called Cutting Onions, and it's lingo that would be used by millennials, and it has a proper flow. And it was impressive that she kept it for that long without making it boring. And although you can barely hear what she is saying without reading the lyrics, I can argue that people listen to trap music without knowing what the lyrics are saying. And for example, Young Thug's Lifestyle. For the longest time, we didn't know what he was saying, but we were like, sign me up. And the last track on this thing is called Sorry. It's another inaudible track in terms of lyrics, but the flow and the beats carry the track. And in my language, this whole EP can be summed up as en alamatla horedi, which is an innate urge to keep listening to something, and which is why I think she should change her name to Tierra Wack to Tierra Dope. Yeah, go check these two EPs out. Pretty short, straight to the point. Tell me what you think. Tierra Wack, R&B, and yeah, music etiquette signing out.